As much as I hate school and as much as I hate the whole fucking educational system, somewhere deep in my heart, I actually have a very deep appreciation for the fact that I've went through all of the bullshit, all of the despair, the struggles, the adversity, everything that I've encountered, which has corresponded with going to school, has shaped me into the version of myself that I am right now. And to be honest with you, I don't know what the fuck I would do with my life if it wasn't for school. If it wasn't for going into school each and every single day and seeing these average ass, incompetent motherfuckers who have no ambition, no passion, and no discipline. These pussies, bruv. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't see these people on a day-to-day basis, I wouldn't have the motivation to be the greatest version of myself. I wouldn't wake up feeling energized, feeling like I'm ready to conquer the fucking earth. Because it's only when you know darkness, it's only when you know the deep depths of mediocrity that you can truly experience the heights of success and prosperity. If you don't know what darkness looks like, then you're not gonna know what light looks like, you know what I'm saying? It's just common sense. Like, if you don't go through bad shit in your life, if you don't go through, the struggles, especially because, we're teenagers, like, this is the shit that we have to focus on. The pressure of getting good grades, the pressure of measuring up to our parents' standards, all of the shit that we have to kind of deal with emotionally, that shapes you into the person that you are right now. And some people will fold under that pressure. They will give in to cheap pleasures like, nicotine, drugs, partying. They will fall into a deep hole of degeneracy. But some people will take inspiration from the fact that there are average people around them on a 24/7 basis, and they'll be like, holy shit, I don't want to end up living my life like this. So I have to do something to climb out of this rat race. I have to do something to climb out of this mediocrity, of this pit of despair and anxiety and depression. And I have to make something of myself. And personally, that's what I did. And that's what I'm currently doing. Each and every single day, I have dedicated my life to making myself better. Self-improving, whether that's recording these videos, documenting my journey, or just, improving myself internally and externally, going to the gym, lifting weights, doing the mental work, meditating, sunbathing, being in nature. Everything I do corresponds to the version of myself I want to be. Everything I do has its purpose. This is why I wrote a non-negotiable list for myself. I put it up on my fucking door frame, and each and every single day when I walk past that bitch, I'm motivated to get shit done. When I wake up, the first thing on my mind is, what do I have to do today to perform, to be the best version of myself? Not gonna lie, that's kind of not true, because some days, you wake up and you don't have any energy, you don't have any motivation, and on those days you just have to rely on discipline, cold hard fucking discipline. That's the shit that you can't learn from any of these YouTube videos. No matter how many times you search up how to be disciplined, how to feel motivated, those videos won't tell you what I'm gonna tell you right now. You're just a bitch. You're a pussy. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a problem with discipline. You're just a lazy fuck. Discipline isn't even necessary when you truly love what you do. I don't have to have discipline for this shit. I don't have to, actively force myself and force my brain to sit down here and record these videos. I don't have to force myself to do shit. Why? Because I love this shit. I have a passion for this shit. So if you don't have passion for what you do, if you don't love what you do, maybe it's time to reconsider a change in what you want to actually accomplish, a change in your purpose. If you have to force yourself to do shit that is hard, to do shit that will contribute to you becoming the best version of yourself, then that really just shows one thing, which is that you don't want it bad enough. You know, you don't have that sense of urgency within you compelling you to be the greatest version of yourself each and every single day. Clearly, when you go to school, when you go to your workplace and you see all of these average motherfuckers, even that's not enough motivation for you to get your shit together. And if that's the case, then I don't know what to say, bro, but maybe you're just fucking hopeless. Because there hasn't been a single day in my fucking life when I went into school, you know, feeling joyful and feeling happy that I'm actually there. The best part of school is the last minute, you know what I'm saying? Because I can actually finally think about the shit that I'm gonna do at home, going for walks, meditating, clearing up my mental health, clearing all of those negative shit that I went through throughout the day and shit. Yeah, so school, and this doesn't just apply to school, by the way, this can be extrapolated to any given circumstance that you have within your life. If you go to a workplace every single day and you hate it, you genuinely despise the people you work with, you hate the system, you hate having to work for someone else, that should give you infinite motivation to accomplish something great. That should give you infinite motivation to go out and pursue something unconventional. To be the fucking exception, bro. That's all I've ever wanted to be. I don't want to be a motherfucker who talks about motherfuckers. I want to be the person that people talk about. You know, there's a great quote by Dave. He said it in one of his songs. He said, would you rather be the person talking or the person doing all the things that people talk about? That's the motherfucker I want to be right there. And I can wholeheartedly say that, you know, right now you may be in a situation where you're in school and no one can understand your purpose, no one can truly conceptualize your vision. And that's fine. Because it's gonna be so fucking sweet when you prove these motherfuckers wrong. You know, that's the day I'm waiting for. Buying a fucking supercar and pulling up to the school parking lot in that fucking car, cigar in my mouth, just showing off on these motherfuckers. You know, I want to flex on these motherfuckers, truly. Anyway, I think that's enough yapping for today. That's just what I kind of wanted to share for the night.